Recessions can be scary, filling people with worry and uncertainty about their assets, savings, and career. A recession is classified as an impactful decline in the economy spread across an entire country. Usually they last more than a few months and will negatively affect employment statistics, income, industrial production, and retail sales. In short, a recession is an overall drop in economic activity that usually sees a crash in the stock market and value depletion on assets. Welcome, Joytimers! I hope you have an awesome week so far, and I want to congratulate you on crushing your goals and making a choice to watch this video while everyone else is binging Netflix. In this video, we will share with you all the signs that will prove you can survive the upcoming recession, as well as give you advice on how to prepare yourself. Number 1. Do you have enough in savings? With a recession looming, it's a good idea to pay off any high-interest debt before thinking about investing in anything else. After doing this, you can set up an emergency fund which will offer excellent protection if you are ever to face unexpected expenses or lose your job as a result of the recession. Investing any retirement accounts is a good idea, as they are long-term growth assets anyway. The idea of losing money is terrifying, but it's important not to fixate on your investments, regardless of the market activity. Commonly, people will panic, sell their assets when things sound rocky. Even selling off every asset out of fear, they'll drop in value and never return. This has a knock-on effect on the market and allows other companies and individuals to snap up a lot of an asset and then monopolize the value when they decide to flip it. The most important thing to focus on when a recession hits is not to think about what happens to your investments, but to look at your savings and determine whether you have enough to get you through a rocky financial period if you were to lose your job tomorrow. Number 2. Do you have an updated resume? The truth of the matter is, if a recession hits, then it's likely that many people will be laid off, as companies are forced to close under the force of financial suffocation. Data from the 2010 recession shows that younger people tend to be let go first, and more often during tough times. This could be down to being the least experienced, or that the company wants to stay loyal to its longest-standing employees. This is why it is essential to have an updated resume at hand, so you can begin searching for a new position right away if you are let go. If your resume isn't up to date, then do your research on what kind of resumes are most attractive to employers. Remember to sell yourself when it comes to your last position. It wasn't your fault you left. So they won't think you were a bad employee who deserved to be fired, or the kind of person who can't stick out a job. Use this to your advantage and include in your cover letter that you would have stayed at your former company for the long haul and were hoping to rise in the ranks. Even if it isn't true, companies love to hear about progression goals and loyalty. Number 3. Do you have other skill sets? If you had to relocate or change professions as a result of a recession, do you have other skill sets to allow you to search for jobs that are more in demand? When recessions hit, many people have to adapt to the situation. This is why being as flexible as possible when it comes to your skill set could mean the difference between stepping straight back into work or having to wait a while until another position you're knowledgeable about comes up, which you aren't guaranteed to get. Before the economy turns bad, why not utilize the time by learning new skills that companies have a real need for? You could learn how to program, analyze data, or handle power tools. You could start projects around your house or your friends' and family's homes to hone your painting, assembling, DIY, or even woodwork skills. Not only will these help you step into another job straight away, but they will give you more job security as they are essential roles that businesses need to keep functioning. Number 4. What is your gut telling you? One of the biggest signs that will tell you if you will survive a recession financially is your own instincts. Your conscience can warn you about things that could be a problem in the future. When reflecting, if you think you are investing or spending too much money, then you probably are. What would happen if the rug was pulled on you right now? Would you be able to get those investments out so you can live comfortably? If you feel like you're putting everything into assets with the plan that they will generate more money in the future, the effectiveness of that plan depends solely on the direction of the financial climate. While things were good, your investments and purchases may have paid off tenfold. But when an economic crisis is on the horizon, it's a whole different story. Number 5. Are you in good health if the recession hits? With healthcare in the United States being private, then you should take advantage of any health insurance your current job offers in case the policy changes or you're let go as a result of a recession. You may feel well right now, but it's always worth getting checked out while you have a cheap or free way to do so. Recessions are hard regardless, but if your health was to decline, finding a new job and carrying out the duties would be very difficult. Affording medical bills without health insurance can get incredibly expensive, which are outgoings you really don't need when trying to brace for economic difficulties. Number 6. Are you planning on losing your stocks? If you're thinking about selling your stocks out of fear the market will crash, don't. It's common knowledge that the stock markets crash just before an economic crisis, but the truth is that afterward, the value of the stocks goes through the roof. If you want to see the benefit of your investment, stick with them. Stocks are long-term investments, and pulling them early may result in a loss and will take away all the research and effort you have put into the asset. The biggest thing you lose, however, is the potential profit you could see in the future. Number 7. Are you in a position to buy more stocks? If you're in a position to buy more stocks and live comfortably through a recession, then you can do so. With that being said, be very careful with the risk of the asset you choose to invest in. Some of the safest companies to invest in are PepsiCo, Dollar General, Walmart, General Mills, and McDonald's, just to name a few. Long-established household names have processes in place to keep them profitable, even during the most challenging times. It's important not to take risks you might have when the economy is healthy, but things can get very volatile when companies are put under strain. It's also crucial that you don't invest in more you can comfortably afford. There'll be plenty of opportunities to broaden your portfolio when the recession subsides. Just remember, no recession lasts forever, and they often lead to a reset in several fantastic money-making opportunities. Number 8. Do you have assets that can be easily sold? While leaving your investments where they are, you can always turn to physical assets to help you generate money to survive a recession. Things like gold, property, and vehicles will be incredibly difficult to sell during an economic crisis, but selling them just before will ensure you get the maximum worth from them. On the flip side of that, gold is always a safe investment, and the price often goes up during a recession. If you want to keep investing, buy gold. While the value rises, people will often reduce the asking price due to a shortage of buyers. Holding on to it until the market gets better will allow you to make a nice profit afterward. Number 9. Would you be able to start a business from home? Whether your job is at risk or not, it's always a good idea to start your own business from home to generate a passive income or to use it fully in case you are let go. Just like we mentioned in our previous point, using skills like coding or website design could be avenues that will help you earn money right away. Is there something you have a talent for? Is there a career on your bucket list? A recession can be the perfect time to make that goal happen. Before starting anything, make sure you have the time and resources to commit to the project, especially when it comes to your finances. Starting up a business has hidden costs that you may not know about, but when executed successfully, you'll be your own boss and have the potential to earn far more than your past positions. Number 10. Already have a passive income? If you already have a passive income, the months prior to a recession is the critical time to prepare for rougher times. To do this, try and save as much profit from your passive income as possible, so it can be invested back into your business to make sure you thrive during an economic crisis. Being able to spend money on premium marketing services, new equipment, or even hiring freelancers to help you will make you come out on top of all of your competitors, especially those who didn't have the foresight to prepare. Number 11. Are you turned into market activity? One of the best ways to prepare and survive the upcoming recession is to know when it is about to hit. Keeping a close eye on all your investments is key to this. If you see a pattern emerging of value loss, investigate it further. Another way to pinpoint when a recession is about to hit is by being part of a larger network of like-minded investors. This way, you can discuss any patterns, rumors, or insider knowledge. Before every recession, there are signs, and those who may have experienced this before may have tips on how they stayed afloat or even thrived while the economy took a hit. It's also beneficial to have a group of tight-knit people to help generate leads to buy and sell to or any business opportunities that may arise. This applies to any financial landscape and shouldn't be limited to when times are hard. If you were to lose your position, then you may have a friend who can offer you a position or advice on how to get back into work fast. This, of course, works both ways, and you may be able to offer them support if the assets in business are still performing well. Always remember the saying, be nice to people on the way up because you may need them on the way down. There is currently a shortage of workers in the USA, despite the considerable spike in business startups. While recessions are terrible for the entire country, it doesn't mean you'll lose everything you have worked hard for. In fact, you may just come out stronger. By following the advice in this video and keeping an eye out for the things that will be an asset during a recession will ensure you survive. If you have enjoyed this video and like to see more business topics covered on Daily Joy Time, make sure to hit the subscribe button to never miss out.